250-583. So nowadays is the issue about the tabung haji is going drop. So is a problem for the Muslim Malaysia. So tabung haji is the Islamic institutions with the important for especially for Malaysian Muslim. So the tabung haji is run the hibah to provide the money to a member without the expending the member to do anything for the company in return beyond their contract. So I have the 3 questions for our staff from the tabung haji. Then the first one, the question is for about the issue of the tabung haji. So I will ask to beside me, Mr. Chan. So Mr. Chan, what is the issue for the tabung haji is happening for the dropping?
Okay, first I introduce myself. My name is Chan Basia, number matric 2566327. On 6 April 2019, Lembaga Tabung Haji has announced hibah is decreased from 6.25% from 2017 to 1.25% in 2018 with amount 913 billion ringgit. This is also the lowest rank of hibah in the fund history. So there are 3 reasons why the hibah is decreased. First is the poor management of the previous government. For example, even though the company is unable to pay, but the companies they want to pay a high amount of hibah. This can show in some case loss for the tabung haji, like the not to sell the FGV share to a loss with 1.1 billion ringgit, and the tabung haji also buy 30% of share from the Putrajaya Perdana Berhad with a loss of 144 million ringgit. And the second reason for why the hibah tabung is drop is the Tabung Haji Act 1995. Actually, the tabung haji have faced the soft test asset problem, but the government does not care about it and still want to allow the tabung haji to pay a high hibah up to its profit are insufficient. The last one reason is the domestic and foreign political economy. Political economy factor in the country as well as external economic factors such as the Federal Reserve USA raised its interest 4 times in 2018, which is increased from 2% to 2.25%. This will make the global investor to advance in US stock market compared to the other country market.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chan. So I understand about the issue now. Okay, I will continue the question. The question is how to solve the issue if I want to increase the hibah. So Miss Era, can you explain how to improve this?
Okay, first I will introduce myself. My name is Ella Shahira Bitilumika Sidi, my matric number 256460. So my first point, how to improve the issue. First is the government needs to help TH to address this issue. According to information from the press conference, tabung haji, via net injection of 17.8 billion into tabung haji will be funded by the government within 10 years, from 2020 to 2030. Now the government wrote a special purpose of SPV company, Urus Jamaah Sendian Berhad, headed by newly appointed CEO Izzat Shahadi. Both tabung haji currently worth 9.7 billion at a higher price of 19.9 billion, with the receipt of asset valued at 19.9 billion. Tabung haji asset value will increase and exceed its liabilities while complying with the appropriate standards. In other words, the government will bear a financial burden of 19.6 billion ringgit to save tabung haji. So this is because the government has a responsibility to overcome the problem based on tabung haji clause 24 bracket 1. My second point is tabung haji must put people who have the qualification in financial management. PH government tries improve the governance aspect of tabung haji by placing those who are perfectly qualified at the top management level without involvement of political stakeholders like a previous government. It is a responsibility of the government to regain confidence, especially from depositors tabung haji. However, the government is able to bring tabung haji in a better direction in the future. As long as it does not appoint politicians, the practice of governance can be strengthened. And for the last point, they must put tabung haji under the supervision of a more experienced party. The process of transferring asset to external parties is urgently needed, or tabung haji will fail to provide any hibah. The piloting of tabung haji under the regulation of BNM and the setting up of SPB can help the organization become more efficient. By putting the tabung haji in government monitoring should have been done since then, because the organization keeps deposit money and governance should be subject to the Banking Act as other banks. If this governance defect, they can easily reprimand and improve in this way. And it will make it easier for us to identify any financial problems that occur in our country.
Okay, this is the few idea to increase the tabung haji hibah, right?
Yes.
So after the increase the tabung haji hibah, what is the impact after is the process increase the hibah? So what is the impact for the continued future?
Alright, thank you for the question. It's Ms. Chan.
Yes.
Based on the question that what is this impact after improvement of tabung haji, before that I will introduce myself. My name is Amir Raja binti Abdullah. My metric number is 256111. What is the impact after improvement is tabung haji is the tabung haji to improve the status of the native who are mainly Muslim, and also as a symbol of economic strength of Malaysia Muslim, because the tabung haji also provide the money for the depositor, that will gain the depositor will gain the economy and gain the increasing of their income. So that's why the tabung haji to improve their status of the economy. So for the second point is the government should to provide security to each depositor. Also, they can gain their confidence in their organization. Tabung haji also encourage saving not only for the purpose of pilgrimage but also need of depositor. That means the saving that tabung haji creates for the depositor to increase their income of the depositor. So that's why tabung haji become successful from the depositor. That's why the depositor can attract many Muslim depositor and the customer. And for the third point is the tabung haji to establish good relationship among the depositor, pilgrims and the public. And the tabung haji also make the concert effort to develop a highly motivated to achieve their tabung haji of tabung haji. So that's why they can increase the efficiency of at the organization considerably. That's all for me.
Okay, here I have to help you to ask the question for staff from tabung haji. Okay, based on the discussion, what we can concrete for the issue.
Okay, Okay, thank you for Miss Chan. That I can copy is based on the that mention Mrs. Chan mentioned and Miss Ella mentioned that what we can conclude from this issue is about hibah tabung haji. The issue problem that we should identify and solve problem about the issue. We know that tabung haji has announced a hibah of 1.25% for the financial year 2018, amounting to RM 930 million for all deposited on 6 April 2019. The hibah is decreased compared to previous, which is from 6.25% in 2017 to 1.25% in 2018. It all caused because the poor of management by the previous government, violating the Tabung Haji Akta 1995 at the domestic and forest policy economy. So that this reason made the interest drop from 2017 until 2018. Other than that, there are some suggestions to solve the problem interest drop. The government need financial assistance to address this issue. Also, people will have the qualification in financial management and tabung haji under the supervision of a more experienced party, so that by this way, a lot of improvement of tabung haji. For example, the tabung haji can increase the bank cost of funds and also can improve the status of the native who are mainly Muslim. Also can establish good relationship among the depositor, pilgrims and the public, and also will avoid a sound strategy of coordination and cooperation both at home and abroad. So that's all for me that you need to conclude about the issue.
Okay. Now I understand about the why the tabung haji hibah is going down. Then today this is our group. Then I will thank you for listening and thank you.